Hello and welcome back to another FIFA 22 player review. Today's player review is the new Bundesliga League Player Erik Thommy, and I do apologise if my voice is a bit rough, my throat is hurting, but with that being said, let's get into it. And as with every player review, I start off with the team, and as you can see, the way that I've got Thommy onto 10 chem is the road to the knockout Royce and future stars Bellingham, but otherwise this is my main team, so I was just trying to find a way to fit him in on 10 chem. So with that being said, let's look at his stats after my rivals games. As you can see, I played 5 games, scored 4 goals and got 6 assists, so 10 goal contributions, averaging 2 per game. And we'll move into the gameplay next, but you will only see 3 of the games because 2 of the games were corrupted because the way I've been recording it's just been messing about. I don't know if it's because I'm now recording on the Series X, but with that being said, let's get into the gameplay. Okay, so into the gameplay section we go. Now, as you can see, this is actually from kickoff. I believe this was my second game because I think it was the first and 4th game that corrupted. I may be wrong. I mean, this gameplay is actually from about a week ago. That's why Bai's not upgraded and my team looks quite a bit different. You'll see, I think not tomorrow but Friday, you'll see a player review for the level 30 Reece Nelson. So that is coming. But obviously this is about Thommy, and I've got to say he's actually surprisingly good. I thought he does look a good card, but he does have a couple negatives in the fact that he's medium. He only has a 3-star weak foot, but you'll see throughout this gameplay that his weaker left foot doesn't actually seem to be that much of an issue, which is fantastic news, especially if you do run a Bundesliga team, because at the moment the Bundesliga just don't have many good left mid / left wing options. So this Thommy card is a fantastic card in my opinion, and I think when it comes down to chem styles, I would definitely recommend the engine, as it gives him a nice pace boost and obviously also boosts his dribbling, which does make his agility and balance in the high 90s, and then his passing is also boosted. And you'll see constantly through this gameplay that I keep on crossing with him, and I will talk more about it in the pros and cons section, but for some reason his crossing animation actually seems to be very good. I don't know why, but it just seems to be very different to a lot of players on this game. He just seems to loft the ball instead of sort of drilling it, and it just makes it a lot easier for the attackers to actually head the ball. As you can see, I did actually have to keep on changing corner takers because I forgot to do it in custom player roles. But second time successful with Calvert-Lewin, and I found during this gameplay corners actually seem to be far more successful than they have been for the previous 2-3 weeks. But as I said, this gameplay is actually already a week old. We're already on a new title update. Now I believe this is the final clip. No, it's not. It's the last clip. This is the final clip. So I shall be back with the pros and cons of this Thommy card in a second. So now that you've seen the gameplay, let's move in to the pros and cons of this Thommy card. And I just want to say, before anyone asks down in the comment section, this 92 rated Thommy, this is what his stats are once you apply the engine chem style to him. Just want to clear that up, but otherwise let's get into the pros and cons. Starting off with the pros, the first 2 are what I sort of spoke about during the gameplay. It is his 99 crossing and his crossing animation. Now, as I said during the gameplay, you could see from it, for some reason his crossing animation just seems to be significantly better than any player that I've actually used during FIFA 22, and it was quite delightful actually having a winger that can cross the ball, and especially when it was on his 3-star weak foot. And carrying on with his other pros, he's got incredible dribbling, as you can see on the face card. Once he's boosted, it's 95, and he doesn't actually have any stat under 87 in dribbling. Then his 87 stamina is very deceiving. Now, I have my wingers play far forward and back, so they're always bombing up and down the field, and to be honest, he didn't actually seem to tire, so I don't know if it's actually a lot higher than 87 in game, because it definitely is not 87 stamina. And then the final pro, he is the best left mid in the Bundesliga, and that's just down to the price, because he really doesn't take that long to get, and obviously he is a free card. He is German, so that makes it even better because he's not some off nation. And with that being said, let's move in to the cons. So on to the cons of this Thommy card. The first is his 74 strength. Now, you probably didn't see it during the gameplay, but there were a lot of times where I was dribbling on the ball and the defenders just bullied him a lot. But I think that's down to the fact that he has the lean body type, and 74 strength just isn't that much. And then his other con is his work rates. Now, medium just means that he sort of sits in the middle, and I've spoken about it before, they're the worst work rates. But I think if he was high, then he would be even better than he already is. So would I recommend going and getting this Thommy card? I would definitely say yes. Do complete him, as for me, only took me around 4 hours. So I was done by about 10 PM. He came out at 6 o'clock. I even took a break, so actually it probably took me about 3.5 hours. He's the best left mid in the Bundesliga, and that's simply down to the fact that he costs nothing. He's a lot better than I thought, to be honest, because when you look at him, he's medium work rates, 4-star, 3-star, but the 3-star didn't really seem to affect him too much. It's more when it comes to shooting, but as you can see below, he's also got a good nation and league, so it's fantastic that he's from the Bundesliga, but he's also German, because then it's far easier to link instead of being some off nation. And to be honest, the Germans have quite a few good icons, so it just makes him that much easier to link. Then, as I said previously, 3-star weak foot, it is a bit of a negative, but it's more when it comes down to shooting, not so much his crossing. And then medium work rates, I really don't need to explain why they're the worst work rates in FIFA. I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, drop a like, but why not check out my last player review, which was Road to the Final Bale. Hit that subscribe button to not miss out on any content, as I do post weekly. But for now, I'll see you in the next one.